In a faraway land, evil Queen Janice has banned all good food, and Sorted are on a quest to stop her. A weekend of live fun and incredible food, featuring over 11 hours of epic foodie formats, a TV crew, and a castle. Live. Don't miss our end-of-year extravaganza and come together as a community to interact, take control, and keep your eyes peeled, as one of us is a secret traitor.
A festive version of Pick the Premium. Can our two normal home cooks, without the aid of sight, identify two very similar dishes prepared in a very similar way, but one with the premium ingredient and one with a more basic ingredient? Can they be spotted?
You feeling festive?
I am now. I'm being held and I can't see, yeah. Feels like Christmas to me.
Number one is in front of you. You both have A and B.
Why is it so cold?
Oh, okay.
So you're both trying A first.
Cream cheese and salmon.
Try B and see if you can work out which element of that canapé has changed.
Straight away, there's a standout difference.
I'd agree. The salmon in A tastes fishier and the salmon in B tastes meatier. Where that leads me to, I don't know. Are we talking about the salmon?
Would you agree, Baz? On
I don't
the
know.
salmon that's changed?
I think it might be the cream cheese.
It is the salmon that has changed.
Okay.
Specifically, smoked salmon. You have both got smoked salmon. Can you identify which one you think is more premium? That's what we're asking. Pick the premium. I should clarify, premium, we just mean more expensive in this format, and then we'll talk about all the factors that come into play.
Already, I'm not sure whether the premium is worth it because they both taste tasty. Do you disagree?
I disagree.
Okay.
I need you to lock in an answer, and then we can always talk about why in a moment.
So, smoked salmon is a hot topic in my household at the moment because we are buying a lot less of it because we've realised what goes into the farmed salmon, and it's really put us off it. Even though we both absolutely adore it, I'm denying myself the pleasure because we don't agree with the mass farming and what's pumped into them.
That's very noble of you.
Very valid. On the count of three, turn around your boards, pick the premium. 3, 2, 1.
A.
You both think it is A, your answers are locked in. Remove your blindfolds, and you can now have a look.
Ooh.
See, Baz, that's what they look like before you got involved.
What have you done? Did you headbutt that? Why did you eat it with your forehead?
Looks alone, you can't tell a huge amount of difference, can you?
Slight difference in colour.
This feels like it's been smoked for longer. I felt like the texture had more of a bite. I actually felt like that B was a little bit more meaty, but I felt like I got a lot more flavour, fish-wise, and smoke and texture from A.
In this, you sometimes are pulled towards flavour.
I know.
Because you're right, A packs more of a smoky punch, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a better cut of meat.
I can reveal that the premium smoked salmon was A. You are both correct on taste alone. So B was from Ocado, oak smoked, produced and packed in either Scotland, Norway or Iceland, depending on the time of year. It does vary with the waters and the catch. It's got a 3% sugar salt combo, it's 97% salmon. That's pretty standard practice for curing. Whereas A, the premium, and the one that you both picked as the premium, was Dalesford Organic Smoked Salmon. So a brand that is known for well-sourced ingredients, also oak smoked, with a little bit of juniper and a little bit of beech, but with higher welfare salmon. So from Northern Ireland.
You're allowed that one.
It's the one I buy. It's the one we have at home in Telford.
Organic, farmed at low densities, and they're fed non-GMO food.
I'm excited to find out how much you've been paying for your smoked salmon.
We don't buy it very often because it's more expensive.
Okay.
So that's changed our buying habit. But I was surprised when looking to premium smoked salmons in supermarkets. The majority are mass farmed, and you have to go hunting to find a better grade of salmon, because people associate smoked salmon with premium.
Yep. Because it's already
Well-sourced.
on the pricier side
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm completely honest though, the taste between both of them, I didn't think there was a huge amount of difference.
We are talking quite a difference in price though. So the Ocado smoked salmon works out at £32.50 per kilo, and the Dalesford organic smoked salmon is more than 3 times the price at £100 a kilo. Nobody buys a kilo, bearing in mind. You generally buy 100 grams, 200 grams, 300 grams.
It's tricky though, because there are cheaper salmons out there that taste absolutely delicious, so they're heavily smoked and will give you more of a punch than that one does. I've had a lot of them. But then it's just choosing where you want to spend your money and where your values lie, and when you want to decide to make those values or not.
In each case, we bought a 200 gram pack. So the Ocado one was £6.50 and the Dalesford was £20.
Oh, yeah. When you think about it on an individual purchase level, it really puts it into perspective, doesn't it?
And I would say the things to watch out for if you're buying smoked salmon, because it doesn't have to be either of those two brands, it is an oily fish, but it shouldn't look oily and greasy. And it should smell slightly smoky, but it shouldn't really smell fishy or of like ammonia, because that's generally going to be an older fish. And that curing that happens before the smoking, that can be super personalised, but about 3% salt sugar is good. The recipe of the Dalesford one is like a 100-year-old recipe, and they still fillet them and cure them and smoke them all by hand. Canapé's done.
Yeah.
You both picked the premium. Should we move on to round 2?
Do you want those?
No, you can have them, mate.
Same rules apply. A and B, they're warm. They're not, shouldn't be too hot.
They're in bowls.
No, maybe
Hello.
it's not what I think it is.
I
It's in a
know.
teacup.
I know exactly what that is.
How do you normally serve yours?
This. What a video.
What the is going on?
What's wrong? What are you doing?
Please avoid your swearing.
I thought it was drinking.
You're trying to pick it up. What is the teacup?
What's going on?
Barry's gone straight in for A. Mike's about to do the same.
Yummy, pig in blanket.
You know what my immediate thought was? I picked this up when I know exactly what that is. It went in my mouth, and I was disappointed.
Why?
I'm going to try B and see if B makes me happy.
Yummy.
Now this is interesting,
Yeah.
because B makes me happy, because it's exactly what I'd expect for pig in blanket.
I would say a nicer spiced sausage. I can taste the spicing. It's a better texture. It's more tender. A is meatier. There's more of it.
A is meatier. B tastes like they've packed it full of more flavour. My confusion is that B is more reminiscent of the pigs and blankets that I know and love. But I wouldn't say I've eaten the poshest of pigs and blankets growing up.
No.
That's what's confusing me.
You've both locked in an answer. You've both picked the premium, you hope. Reveal your answers in 3, 2, 1.
B.
B.
You've both gone for B. Consistency is key. You can have a look if you want, see if you would have changed your mind.
Ooh.
I don't think you can tell.
They were both
much.
cooked at the same time and temperature as well.
Really?
Well, I'd say B. I say A looks more appetising in that it looks like it's crisped up nicer. The fat's rendered more evenly.
Don't know, but the skin's gone a bit shrivelly.
If I saw those both on a plate, I'd go for A.
I can reveal that the premium this round is A.
No!
The difference in colour, considering they're both cooked at the same time and temperature, is that the cheaper option has got less pork and more water in it, so as that cooks and evaporates off, you don't get as much of a colour as quickly. However, that said, they're both pretty good examples. B, the one that you chose, is Taste the Difference, Sainsbury's.
Okay.
And A is HG Water, an independent London butcher
They're really good.
that we use quite a bit for really great meat. The Sainsbury's Taste the Difference. They are outdoor bred British pork from RSPCA Assured Farms, oak smoked British bacon, but there is also, as you'd expect in sausage, water, rice flour, gram flour making up the bulk. A sausage is very rarely just meat. Actually,
Otherwise it wouldn't exist.
the bulking is kind of to be expected. HG Walter's Pigs in Blanket, they do focus on exceptional rearing and butchery and husbandry of the animals. They're made from Hampshire cross Durrock pigs, bred for particularly sort of tender qualities. Free range, they spend their entire lives outside and they're fed on a natural diet, and there is a slightly higher percentage of pork in the sausage. Price-wise, Sainsbury's, the one that you picked, £16.70 per kilo, so that pack £3.50. Whereas HG Walter, £19.71 per kilo, so £8.95 for that pack. It's only about 18% more per kilo. Not a huge difference. Worth pointing out, there are also much cheaper pigs in blankets you can buy as well. We try and avoid that on the channel.
This is where I've realised I'm a massive hypocrite. Because I'm a massive advocate for buy the best you can afford when it comes to eating meat every week. Therefore, you generally eat less because you can't afford that much. So therefore, when you do eat meat, you treasure it. Until it comes to Christmas, where a lot of it is about nostalgia, and I go, stuff it, I just want what I love. And actually,
What reminds me of the Christmases?
One time a year, I can get a cheap piece of meat.
RSPCA assured.
But you know what I mean?
There's lots of standards in place for both, but there is a welfare difference for sure.
Yeah, but when a minute ago I said salmon really matters. So I don't know where I stand, if I'm honest.
We pick and choose our battles at different times of the year, different moods, different budgets, different whole sentiment. With all of the abundance and overindulgence, often means you have to cut back in some places.
And they're cheaper. If you weren't watching and I had the two in front of me and I was going to buy one, I would buy that.
And they're still not the cheapest. We should stress that. There could have been a C that is much cheaper again. Remember, sausages are kind of supposed to be the cheap cuts.
Yeah.
They're often bulked and filled out, seasoned nicely. That is where the banger all over the world comes from. Neither of you picked the premium. Ready for round 3?
Yeah.
Good round.
Number 3, same rules apply, A and B. So far, you've both guessed the same, both rounds, 50% right and wrong.
Very distinctive smell. It's got to only be one thing.
Oh, I'm not sure I like picking that up. That's good. Quite like that one.
Okay, classic.
Barry's moving to B.
Nicely spiced.
Yeah.
Raisins, really fruity.
B has less bite, more sticky, gooey and indulgent, I'd say.
Can't even pick it up.
I'm getting more fruit and I can feel the chunks and the textures, whereas B feels a lot more naughty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's nuts or something through that. Like proper bits of fruit. Rind, maybe?
Oh, hello.
Not rind.
Hello.
There's something in there.
It's a bit more pithy, I'll give you that.
Candied citrus.
Yes.
You might be
Sweet.
picking up cherry, but you're right with the nuts.
That's delicious.
Pecans and almonds as well.
Again, they're not a million miles apart.
Oh, I think they are. Because I'm not a massive Christmas pudding fan, but one is really, really calling me to go back.
Honestly, I'll take that back. I think if you don't like Christmas pudding, it could convert you.
And I think it has.
Got a friend who's already made his Christmas pudding this year. He'll continue to feed it for the next month or so.
I don't have friends like that.
Yeah, how do you feed a Christmas pudding?
You just keep dousing it in booze, and you initially steam it, and then every couple of weeks you douse it in a bit more in booze and it soaks it up, and by the time you get to Christmas, it's well fed, it's boozed, and it's delicious.
It's the same as Ebba's. Put him in the sauna, feed him loads of booze.
You've both locked in an answer?
Yeah.
Quite confidently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain.
In that case, we've asked you to pick the premium. What is it? 3, 2, 1.
B.
B.
You've both said B. Are they right? Have a look.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely see.
B looks more interesting straight away. It's got something that I wouldn't expect in a normal
They look very similar,
pudding.
but B has nuts and you can see
is that the pith?
fruit, finely sliced fruit.
I can reveal that the premium Christmas pudding out of those two is B.
Yes.
Well,
A is Waitrose, made with love. It is 6-month matured. It's got 41% vine fruit, so currants and raisins and sultanas. It's 17% booze, cider, rum and brandy and sherry, so loads of different booze. Whereas B is Harvey Nichols, classically fruity Christmas pudding. Interesting, less fruit, but more nuts. So you've also got in there pecans, almonds, candied citrus and cherries, also with cider and brandy. An interesting little bit of stout.
Really? Well, whatever it is, it works.
it's tricky, isn't it? Because I'd say this is on the day, the only day of the year you're going to have this thing.
Yeah.
I'd say round my Christmas table, it splits the table in half. Half eat it, half don't.
Yeah.
If I had that, I would have confidence of going, no, what, just at least try this one. This might be the one you like.
Brandy cream, brandy butter.
Yeah, brandy cream, brandy butter, so rum on glaze, or even just a single cream when there's enough booze already going on.
That's very
You
true.
can douse it, you can light it, it's a real tradition. If we talk prices, the Waitrose Christmas pudding is £4 for that pudding,
Oh, okay.
so £10 per kilo. And the Harvey Nichols is £12.95 for that pudding. So nearly 3 times as expensive at £28.50 per kilo.
I'd split it and I'd make it go further because it's so much more indulgent than the Waitrose one. A slither like that is, at the end of a big meal, is all you kind of need sometimes.
Yeah.
I'd give everyone a small taste of that, rather than have a big chunk of that.
Yeah, I agree. If you're going to get a Christmas pudding and it's important to you, and therefore you're able to allocate more of your budget to that, that's definitely the one. But the danger is, everything's expensive. You try and do everything at Christmas, it's all too expensive. And that is a real big problem for a lot of people. So,
and with so many things, especially desserts, I would often say, make it, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
It's probably not. By the time you've bought all of the currants and the fruit and the nuts, which are expensive, and all the booze,
soaking it,
and able to keep soaking it and feeding it, and you steam it for hours, it's not necessarily much cheaper to make yourself. It probably is slightly, but not much cheaper. And again, we've chosen a high-end supermarket for this round, but we've done a variety across the episode. There's also cheaper options out there. I know you've eaten a lot.
Sleepy.
I know you've eaten a lot, but if you've got room for one more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Last one, a festive pick the premium.
Oh, it's cake.
Baz, you found B.
Oh, no, it's not.
And A. There we go.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Why is one wet, one not? Why is one wet? I've got something wet on my fingers.
I thought it had buttercream on it, but it's not. Oh, maybe it is.
Mike's just holding
Wait a minute.
Barry's got a hand on each.
That's what?
No, I thought there was a case on it. I've been trying to take the case off for the last 5 minutes.
It is a case. It's a case of pastry.
So, okay, we're talking mince pies, right? What the frick is this thing on top? What's that about?
That's the ingredient we're comparing.
Oh, no, it's not, is it? Is it really?
It's brandy butter.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Why is it?
Oh no, I just bypassed that.
Both mince pies are M&S mince pies. However, the brandy butter is what we're looking at.
It's not got butter in it.
This is the first time I've eaten brandy butter.
It's sweet and buttery. I'm not sure I'm getting a huge amount of brandy, but oh no, it's there.
Absolutely wonderful on a warm mince
So
pie.
wet.
You can absolutely add it to Christmas pudding as well. It's just delicious.
Guys, they are.
Wow. Okay.
Hello, they are worlds apart. They're
Two
different,
worlds apart.
completely different products.
Yeah.
One is you mix the sugar with the butter and the butter with the sugar.
Yeah, one tastes like I made it, the other tastes like Kush made it.
Yeah. One's complex and it's got like citrusy notes.
It tastes of brandy.
The other one doesn't taste of bread, is it? It tastes of cinnamon and sugar.
It's like crystallised sugar and butter.
I'm feeling quite sick after this episode.
Oh no, we're just eating pure butter. We've just been talking about how full we are, and now we are eating literally butter on its own.
I'm licking my fingers of butter.
I know.
But can you lock in which you think is more premium?
Yes.
Pick the premium in 3, 2, 1.
B.
You've both gone for the same. You can take your blindfolds off and have a look. Why have you picked B?
Because A was a little bit crystallised. You could feel the sugar crystals. B was so smooth, like a Ken doll, and it tasted
Ken doll.
of so much of brandy. The texture's amazing and the flavour was great.
B was giving me curd vibes in that it's full of brandy and quite fruity as well.
It was so strong.
It's so strong.
Oh my gosh.
Knowing the most premium ingredient in that butter is the alcohol.
It's
that one
got to
tastes
be
of it.
that. It's got to. You got so much butter on your B.
He's got it everywhere. It's on his pen.
How have you managed that?
I just did that.
I can reveal the premium product is B.
Christmas draw.
Yeah, Christmas straw. Boring.
A is Tiptree's brandy butter. British brand, made in Essex. Made from just 3 ingredients.
Butter, sugar, brandy.
However, sugar is the first ingredient.
Yeah.
Butter is the second, and there is a good 11% of brandy in it. Whereas B is Fornham and Field, known for sourcing like great quality British Isles produce. That one's actually made in London. They have 4 ingredients, because they also add bourbon vanilla,
Oh,
But the first
that's
ingredient
it.
is butter. Icing sugar, so it is a finer sort of consistency of sugar. And you said like more nuance and more flavour.
Yeah.
Vanilla.
I think there's probably more nuance in the brandy, but also the vanilla.
Yep. I've never had brandy butter, but having had it and now knowing what goes into it and how easy that is to make, I'm confused on why you would buy that if you wanted it.
Yeah,
Because you don't need a lot of it.
you could buy a little bottle of brandy, couldn't you? And then
Yeah.
make
But
the
it's-
rest.
It's like
Christmas.
a miniature brand if it's not something you already stock.
yeah.
Yeah.
It needs quality butter. Again, butter is not cheap. A block of
No.
butter is
Yeah.
a few quid.
Yep.
And vanilla. Yeah,
But
it gets
still-
expensive, but
It's the one time you use it and you won't use a lot of it.
No,
unless
you're
you're
not-
serving a lot of people.
The Tiptree one, that jar there, it is a smaller jar, but that's £3.70 for the jar, which makes it £2.18 for 100 grams. And the Fornham Field, I mean, there's more of it. It's a larger jar and it's a Kilner jar that you could reuse, as you could with a jam jar, at £10.95.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So it's £4.86 per 100 grams,
Okay.
so just over twice as expensive.
Gotcha.
If you like your brandy butter, I would say that is outstanding.
Yeah.
Personally, probably wouldn't be prioritising spending any money on brandy butter. But as with all of these, what's been great is there's some that you go, can't taste the difference, and therefore it comes down to,
Yeah.
like you said,
Yeah.
ethics or sourcing or budget to help make decisions. But all of it just helps with making decisions in and around Christmas, which is a decision-heavy month.
Yeah. Cut off a knob of butter, sprinkle in a bit of the brandy you have left over from something else, add icing sugar and vanilla extract or pods or whatever you have, and you'll have something that isn't a million miles away from that and doesn't cost you anywhere near as much as £10. It seems like a lot of money for something that is so simple.
I would agree if you're in the position where you've got brandy in the house already,
Yeah, that's
and
it.
quality vanilla, which
Yeah.
is also expensive, and you've got quality butter,
Yeah.
which is expensive.
Yeah.
But I would agree, you could make it yourself. And that's why we love to blindfold our normals, because remove sight and preconceptions, and on taste and texture alone, can you pick the premium? Comment down below, what's the one ingredient or thing at Christmas there is no expense spared that you absolutely make sure you always get the best of the best, traditional and classic, the way you like it? Comment down below.